What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm talking about the 4 agreements. The final agreement: always do your best. Let's get right into it. Our best may vary based on if we're sick, if we're tired, sober-minded, well-rested. Our best efforts will always be dictated by where we're at in any particular moment, all right? So we really have to learn how to have grace with ourselves and just always try to do our best, no more, no less. When we try to do more than our best, we're overexerting ourselves. And when we overexert ourselves, we're not really even able to achieve our best because we're already tired. We're already worn out. At times, we may undershoot our best. We may not give it our all. We may not give it 100%. And we start judging ourselves. We start beating ourselves up. Our best efforts are always going to shift. That's just what it is. You know, you got that good night's rest, your efforts are probably going to feel like 110% because you rested up. But if you're sick, you coming off of COVID or something like that, you might not be able to be so intentional with your efforts because your body is not where you need it to be. So we have to learn how to just always aim for doing your best. That's all we can do. Always do your best without expecting something in return. We'll put forth effort and action, expecting to get back maybe the same effort, the same action, or expecting some type of reward for what we're doing. You know, when we can learn to just put forth the effort and action just from a place of being of service, being helpful to others, that's going to make life a lot easier because we're not so outcome oriented. We're just doing what we need to do intentionally without expecting some type of pat on the back from it. Whenever we're giving everything our best effort, we're being true to ourselves. We realize our shortcomings. We realize that we're not perfect, but we can keep striving to always put forth our best effort no matter what. When we learn to be intentional with our efforts, it allows us to enjoy life to the fullest. For example, we can have a ton of ideas going on in our head, but without action, without effort, that's all they are. They're just ideas. They just sit there. If we're never maximizing our effort or always trying to do our best, we'll never really bring to life those ideas. They'll never happen. Those first 3 agreements can only be achieved by us doing our best and by not being so hard on ourselves. Once we realize that our patterns and our behaviors are so deeply rooted and that it takes time to start to change them, then we can have more grace with ourselves. Nobody's perfect. We never will be perfect. Just do our best. If we fall, pick ourselves up, try again, keep trying. It's like repetition. It's like working out in the gym. Don Miguel Ruiz says, practice makes the master. So to become a master, we got to keep practicing. We got to keep striving to put our best effort into anything that we're doing. So if we can learn to honor the 4 agreements, which is be impeccable with our word, don't take things personally, don't make assumptions. And this last one I'm talking about, which is always doing our best, if we can start to really harness those, really start to practice them, we can really relieve ourselves of a lot of unnecessary suffering, a lot of unnecessary pain that we deal with. Once we start to put those into motion, put them into action. We also got to learn how to not be so harsh on ourselves if we don't follow the 4 agreements, if we're not impeccable with our word, if we still continue to take things personally, if we do make assumptions. We got to also not be hard on ourselves, not judge ourselves, and just know that it's a process. Stay the course. Keep practicing. It's like anything. If you ever played a sport, you know you got to practice at it. The moral of the story is to be easy on ourselves. All right? To embrace these 4 agreements, put them into action, and everything we're doing, even the smallest tasks, the more we can practice, it's going to be like second nature. It's going to be like walking. It's going to be like riding a bike. The more that we can learn to be impeccable with our word, to be aware of how we're speaking, the more that we can learn to not take things personally, the more we can learn to not make assumptions and to learn to ask questions and to always do our best in doing those things, we got this. I hope you enjoyed this fourth video. It was real quick. I'm out here on vacation, just wanted to knock this out. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed it. Check out the other videos in the series. Put them up here. Check out the playlist. Yeah, y'all take care of yourselves. All right. And I'll see you in the next one. I'm out.